What's going on, guys? What's going on? I want to do a quick follow-up on the photography, the wedding photography event that we had yesterday in Augusta, Georgia. Beautiful event. I want to thank the family for allowing us to come out and participate in the ceremony and be a part of the ceremony, try to capture some of the events that they had going on. Awesome ceremony, awesome group of people, wonderful to work with. Everybody we met was just filled with joy. Everybody just having fun, and there was no alcohol involved. Everybody was just high on life, just having a blast. So, we got there, they took us in as family and they really took care of us. So I really appreciate it. So we had a blast, guys. We had a blast. We really, look forward to everything. Wishing everybody there that was part of the family and friends, wish everybody the best of luck in the future. I want to kind of recap, guys, some of the things that we went through to actually get to that point where we were ready to move out and go down and take the photos. I met up with Ms. Jeffcoat about 7 o'clock Friday night. So we usually sit down before we take off and we try to confirm everything, make sure everything's good to go, make sure that, we got enough batteries, make sure we got enough, memory cards, everything that I talked about in the video before we actually took off. So if you haven't seen that video yet about the things that we, have in our camera bag or the equipment that we use for wedding photography, check it out right here, guys. I try to post it right there or up there somewhere. We'll see wherever YouTube decide they want to put it. So we got everything situated, and when I was leaving, I told Ms. Jeffcoat, I said, well, we're gonna try to pull out about 4:30, 5 o'clock. So she said, 4:30, 5 o'clock. Hold on. Because the thing was that early in the morning, 15 minutes means a lot, right? So she didn't want to leave. She said, you need to tell me what time. So I said, okay, we're gonna leave out 4:30. And the reason I said 4:30 because I had talked to the client, and I usually don't talk to clients. I usually let Ms. Jeffcoat talk to them because I don't want the client giving me one thing and then giving her another thing. Then we have conflict. So I didn't want anything like that. So there was a text message that went out that said 7:30 or 7:45-ish time frame, that they were gonna start getting dressed or whatever. But when I talked to the client, she said she might start getting dressed at 6 o'clock. So I said, well, I'll be there at 6 o'clock. No big deal. I was coming in from Columbia. We got about 65 miles to drive. If I leave out 4:30, I should be able to run 65 miles in an hour and a half. No problem. So told Ms. Jeffcoat the plan. We're gonna leave at 4:30. I get up. She lives right around the corner from me. So I ran to her house. Got inside, and what is she doing? She's in the shower, guys. She's in the shower at 4:30. So, at that time, things start spinning. I started getting a little upset because, I'm ready to ride at 4:30. I didn't say, we were gonna be in the shower at 4:30. I said, we're gonna be riding. We're gonna be getting ready to walk out of here at 4:30. So, and then I calmed myself down because we did have that conversation between 4:30 and 5 o'clock. So we ended up leaving her house before 5 o'clock. So that was a good thing. Got up to the pilot, decided we were gonna stop, get us some Licky Chewies, make sure everything's situated, everybody was happy, everybody was good to go. Did that. I refueled the car. She went inside, got some, I think she got some like croissants or something, or sausage and egg biscuits or whatever. So she got some of that. I got some Fat Boy food from the pilot. We decided to get on down the road. Got to the customer about 6:28, I think Ms. Jeffcoat said it was, 6:23, 6:28 time frame. Went inside. We didn't go inside. We pulled up, and then she was like, you sure we at the right place? Because the house was pitch black. There was no lights on in the house. We didn't see a whole lot of cars. So we was like, oh my God, maybe we're at the wrong location. So we did a circle, turned around, and then we came back up the road and confirmed the address. I was pretty sure that I was at the right address, but we went back and we confirmed. So we confirmed. I said, well, Miss, I hope maybe you need to call her and, make sure everything that, we're good. So Hope ended up calling her, and the client was still in the bed. So it wasn't a bad thing because Ms. Jeffcoat had originally wanted some Starbucks coffee. So we had seen a Starbucks as we were getting off the exit ramp. So we decided that we were going to go back, circle back around, we get us some Starbucks coffee, and then we had to use the bathroom. So of course, you gotta go to the bathroom. You say, oh, well, I'll just go to a gas station and I'll be good to go. Well, we went to the gas station. Inside the gas station was nasty. So it was stinking in there, and I'm like, what the world, man? But I just gotta use the bathroom. Like, nothing, just me. So I'm like, I can hold my breath for 5 minutes, go in there, use the bathroom, I'll be good. Ask the guy where's the bathroom. A public restroom. So I was starting to shake my leg, I was getting a little hot about that, but it's their establishment, they can do whatever they want to do. So we end up getting back on the interstate and heading back east because we were only like one exit from the Pilot. I said, I know that the Pilot is open and they have a bathroom. I'm a truck driver, that's what truck stops do. So we went back up there, and it was probably about 7 o'clock ish, about that time. So I called Miss Liz because Miss Liz, she runs a run that comes right by the Pilot, and she usually stops at the Pilot and during the week sometime, use the bathroom or get something. So I said, let me call her, see where she's at, and then I'll just, buy her a cup of coffee and sit there and shoot the breeze with her, because it was Saturday morning. When we coming back on Saturday, you got to be back at a certain time, but there's nobody pressing you to be back. It's Saturday morning. Nobody's waiting for you to get back. So got back, called her. She called me back about 5 minutes later. She said she had to go to Darlington. So she had already shot through Augusta. So she came through Augusta about 1:30, 2 o'clock. So we had missed her. So we sat there, drank our coffee, talked for a little bit, and then headed back to the client's house about 7:30ish. Got back there, went inside, introduced ourselves. Ms. Jeffcoat had her paperwork. Super nice people. Found out that her daughter was in the military, and we were straight. We were good. So we were like, everybody was just happy-go-lucky, laughing, joking, having fun. And I just said, okay, guys, it was a bunch of females. So I said, well, let me get to work. I went outside, got my camera, got my gear, started taking some establishing shots of where the mother was getting dressed at and everything. Ms. Jeffcoat confirmed the actual shot list. And once we confirmed the shot list, I started shooting, and I just shot and shot and shot. Ms. Jeffcoat also kept us on time. So, we had to still go to the groom and get the groom shots. So, I thought we were gonna lose track of time at one point, but we didn't. So she had us back under control, and then called the groom. He told us where to meet him. We took some shots of him at the hotel and everything. So that worked out pretty good. And then we followed him to the actual church. So that worked out pretty good. So we got to the church. I started rigging my harness up and everything, so I could shoot 2 cameras wide in a telephoto, like I talked about in the last video. Everything started going good, so we went inside. I checked the lighting in there, make sure I didn't need any additional lights. It was godsend, guys. There were lights everywhere. That hall was so bright. I was like, yes, this is good. So I popped on my 70 to a 200 for inside, and I popped on a 24 to 14 to 24. Went outside, shot the establishing shots of the venue with the 14 to 24. Yeah, it was either 14 to 24 or 24 to 7. I think it was 14 to 24. So yeah, it was 14 to 24 because I wanted to get some really distorted looking shots too. So I shot, when you're shooting at 14, that ultra wide, the building just looked super long. So that was pretty tight. So we did that. I came back inside, started getting some establishing shots inside the venue. That worked out pretty good. And about that time, the bride was showing up. So, the fun part for me was switching back and forth. I had to keep getting my white balance So from the outside to the inside, I should have just took a mental note of what the Calvin was inside, and then I can just change the Calvin. But it wasn't a big deal because I had Miss Jeffcoat there. She had the actual white balance chart. So boom, I shot it, bam, adjust my temperature, and then I was off and shooting. So that's how we did most of the day. And we didn't have a lot of inside outside type shooting. We just was that, since we had 2 cameras, we were able to adjust it on the fly, so it wasn't a big deal. Once the ceremony started, everything went pretty good. I was pretty nervous at first because I had to get some shots, and the shots that I was trying to get was they had these 2 like pillars or that had with some flowers on it, but it was blocking their faces. So I had to kind of go around, into what we would call the pulpit area, and then I could get some shots back on their faces because I could not get to the side of them because of those pillars. So I was kind of nervous because some people, they were like, don't get in the pulpit, but she kind of gave me free reign. She said I could do pretty much anything I wanted to. So that was good. Everybody there was super nice. They had some elders there, young guys. I thought some of them looked like they were in college, but I think they were, a lot of them looked like they were in high school, but super nice. Anything you needed, they would actually help you out with it. The family, the one thing about this particular ceremony was the family pretty much ran everything. It's like the sister was like, decorating, and the daughter was the director, and they had it under control. They had it under control. And Miss Diane, I think that's her name. Let me confirm that. I don't want to mispronounce her name. I know her husband's name was Simone. I think that was his name. So I think I pronounced that right. If I don't beat me up, guys. I'm bad with names. I'm sorry. Her name was Diane. Yes, her name was Diane. She's a boss. She don't play. She's a boss. She gives direction and they execute. She was, wonderful lady to work with. Wonderful lady to work with. Awesome. Her daughter, like I said, she was the director, and awesome people. I can't say enough about them. I think her sister was the director, not the director, but the caterer, not caterer. Yes. I think she was in charge of decorating the reception hall. But I started taking pictures of like the head table and stuff, and her sister was like, hold up, I'm not finished. You want to wait till I get finished first? I'm like, okay. But she was so professional about it and how she handled it. I was like, I didn't feel like she can't talk to me. Like, no. I was like, okay. She was nice. Respectful. And she was a perfectionist. So loved it to death. She was awesome. Other than that guy, the reception popped off. They blessed the food. And the event started happening. They did speeches. DJ Teddy was rocking the house. And the funny thing was he was in the military as well. So I think he's looking forward to retiring. So we had DJ Teddy on the turntables making everything happen. And they had sparkling wine. I think it was sparkling wine. It was some kind of, but it was like a grape juice. Really good stuff. And I'm not a fruit juice type drinker, but that was some good stuff. I never drank anything like that. So really appreciate the experience. Food was amazing. So you cannot complain. Her caterers, whoever did the food, great choice. So really appreciate it. Really appreciate working with this the team. So that's basically a quick overview. We made it back to Columbia. We got back to Columbia about 5 o'clock. I think we were done at by 3, and we were back in Columbia about 4 or 5 o'clock. We kind of took the long way back. Stopped downtown, did a quick video, got home, downloaded some of the footage. We ended up taking right at 3,000 shots. Our delivery to the client was 100 photos. So with the 3,000 shots that we took, I think we can find 100. So our primary focus is what's on the shot list. So we took numerous shots. Like I shot like a 85 and a 35 or 85 and a 50. That way I have some different shots, some different angles to actually choose from within that shot list. So beautiful portraits, beautiful portraits. The weather cooperated with us. The sun kind of gave me a challenge, you know, but I think we can still salvage some of the photos, because the sun would come up and then it would just like be harsh light, like on her face or on his face, and we'll see what we can do in post. But those were not part. That was like the creative photos, so they were not part of what they wanted in the package. So everything should work out pretty good. So, well, guys, it's a quick overview on what happened with our little photo shoot. I can't show you any of the pictures because, like I said, we just got back and I got to go through, and me and Ms. Jeffco got to sit down and say, okay, these are the actual deliverables that we're gonna make to the client, you know. So until we get that and get the pictures edited, you know, and we're not gonna put any pictures out yet. So within a few weeks from now, say it usually takes us about 4 to 8 weeks to get the pictures back. I think I'm gonna have these, because I don't have anything on my plate right now, I'm gonna have these turned around in about 3 weeks. So once we get that 100 shot that we want, then we'll both agree on these 100 photos. Then we'll give a thumbs up to each other, and I'll start editing. And then once we start editing, it's not that fast. The hardest part, because I'll be like, well, you know, I really like this photo, and she'd be like, I like this photo. And before you know it, we have a deliverable of 100, and we'll be delivering 175 shots to the client. So I'm trying to get out of that and just give them maybe a few more than what they asked for, you know, because we took some pictures, some pretty candid pictures of some people doing some things. We might give them some extra, but I'm trying to stick to what I was contracted to do. So other than that, guys, everything went fairly well. So until next time, we'll see you guys in the next video. So have a good day now.